Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you WWC Season 8 Delta draft analysis for the Chicago Beartics. I forgot to make the cover photo, so I'm just using the stream starting soon one because I'm just going to roll through the stream slides for that. I'm going to apologize in advance. My throat is a little sore. I've been recording for most of the day. I just got done doing Delta PRs, which was about an hour of just me talking solid. So, yeah, apologies if I start to break. Also, I know a lot of people have probably noticed I haven't been uploading. All of the leagues that I was in kind of just stopped being uploaded. I'll explain more of that here in the next couple of weeks, but for right now, WWC is the only thing going up on the channel. So, but I'll talk more about that later. I never did post an announcement video or anything. So I was picked number 3, and Dragonfold fell to me. Megalop went 1, and Darkrai went 2. I have been itching to get back to Dragonfold. The meta shifted on Dragonfold significantly. The last time I used it, I struggled to get the Dragon Dance sets off reliably, and I have been really struggling defensively against Dragonfolds because the meta has shifted to Special Dragonfold, which is fine. Dragonfold has good special coverage. It's got Surf, Scald, Thunderbolt. I think it has Thunder, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, obviously Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball. It's actually very good, especially it just has a higher attack stat, and the Dragon Dance set does have a tendency to go burr. But I'm excited to get Pult back. It is one of my favorite Dragon types. It is the best Dragon type I use in format, just from a KD ratio. It's also in the top 4 of my kill leaders. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic, fantastic mon, and I'm really excited to give it another shot here. Dragonfolt's one of those dragons that I used it for a while, the meta shifted, and now I'm ready to come back to it. So, going into round 2, so I made a very, very critical mistake in round 2. First off, Corviknight got sniped. No shocker, I was trying to go pull Corviknight again. Mega Mawile, I knew wasn't going to make it back to me, but it did go down. I lost a couple other fairy or steel types too, which I have to go pull the dock because I forgot to pull it back up. I closed it after streaming or recording. What other steel type came off the board that Mega Dancy came off the board from a fairy standpoint. Corvi went off, and then Zamazenta went off as well. Those were kind of the 3 mons I was looking at, and when those 3 went off, then I started looking, okay, I have a plan for a steel type that I haven't used before. I'll go ahead and try it. And then there was another mon that I wanted to pair with that steel type, and you should be able to understand what I was planning here in a second once you see my second pick. But my mistake was I should have taken this pick round 3, and I should have taken the mon that got sniped from me round 2. My bad. Totally bunged that one up. But I take Heatran round 2. I had this elaborate plan. Originally it was going to be Pult, Boom, Tran, so, you know, Boomtran, Lucha, and then Prima, and that would have given me a very strong Fairy Dragon Steel core, really good Fire Water Grass core, a really good, you know, Boomtran's a thing for, Boom Lucha, Boomtran is a thing for a reason, and then all I needed was a solid Fire type, and with the way the draft was going, later in the draft, I could have still gotten Cinderace, because Cinderace didn't come off the board until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Round 7, Cinderace came off the board. And I had made a deal with Revan and Penguin that I was not allowed to draft Cinderace unless it fell past round 6. So I could have had a glorious, glorious team. And I fucked it up by taking Heatran first. Or no, not Cinderace, sorry. I was going to take Zeraora instead. Not Cinderace. I don't know why I was thinking Cinderace. Fire type. Darmanitan was going to be the fire type. That's what it was. It was going to be Darmanitan as the fire type. So Heatran. Wait, what am I doing? I've lost my mind. Pult, Tran, Boom, Prima. That's the Firewater Dragon core, Fairy Dragon Steel core. Why was I thinking about... Oh, no, I was thinking about Zeraora. That's what I was thinking about, was Zeraora. Or another fast electric type. And then Hawlucha. I don't know why I keep thinking of Cinderace for some... I'm just obsessed with Cinderace. I didn't get Cinderace, obviously. It's just on my brain. No, that was going to be it. It was going to be a Formon FDS FGW core. And I thought that was going to be super slick. And frickin' Sophie takes Rillaboom one pick ahead of me. Making me super sad. Give me back my monkey, Sophie. But back to the original pick. Heatran here. Heatran is a fantastic defensive mon with Magma Storm and Stealth Rocks and Toxic, but it also functions as a really nice Scarfer with Eruption. Specs Abuser, it can be physical because it has Flare Blitz. It gets Earth Power. I think it has Grass Knot? Question mark? I don't know if it has a way to hit grass or bulky waters. I can't remember that off the top of my head. It's been a while. It gets Solar Beam. That's what it is. I knew it had a grass move. I just couldn't remember which one it was. But it's not bad. I mean, statistic-wise, 106 Speed F, 106 defense, so it functions on either side. 130 special attack is obviously why it leans more to the special side, but physical attack isn't bad either. Base 70 speed. It's going to be a Fairy Killer for Polt, which is going to be really, really nice. It's going to take out opposing Steel types. It's got a decent move pool. And, oh, it does get Steel Roller, so I can take out opposing terrain. But it is a nice defensive mon paired with Polt. So, going into round 3, you know, freaking Rillaboom went off the board, and I just went blind. My eyes just... I got mad, blinders went up. Totally wasn't even thinking about team synergy or anything. It turns out I made a decent pick, but I'm just like, what's the thing that's going to stop Rillaboom? Because I'm going to punish Sophie when I play her. I want to punish her by keeping Rillaboom from doing Rillaboom things, and so I grab Zapdos. Because static, defensive, Rocky Helmet, and Ian can't have it now, so I can't get 6-eyed by Zapdos. No, I mean, Zapdos isn't bad. It's a good mon. It's Defog. Static is really, really nice for physical, defensive. Pressure is nice for stall breaking. Base 100 speed, 125 special attacks, another massive special attacker. I mean, obviously I can pivot with Volt Switch. It's one of the few electric types that gets both forms of pivoting in Volt Switch and U-Turn, so I'm not completely walled by ground types. If I can hit Hurricanes, I'll be in good shape. It also has Heat Wave for, you know, potential Steel types trying to come in on me. Obviously, it's reliably bulky with Roost. Heavy-duty boots are really nice. I can defog. I can spread paralysis. I can be offensive if I want to. Lean on the offensive side. Decent coverage. I mean, it gets... obviously, it's 2 stabs. Has access to Extra Sensory, Heat Wave. Does get access to Light Screen as well, so I can use it for that. It actually gets dual screens. If I want to get cheeky and set Rain later, I'd have Weather Ball for that as well. Zap Cannon if I get a Psychic type with Gravity. I don't know. Zapdos, I've never used Zapdos. I've always been partial to electric types. They're my favorite typing. That's why Volkner is... Like, electric types are my favorite typing in general. Dragon types are my favorite types in draft format. So, I don't know. It gives me a good electric type that can function offensively and defensively, which I like having mons that can function. And Ian told me just build a team where Zapdos isn't stuck to being defensive. So, that's what I'll do. Most of the fairies go off in round 3, so I started to get a little panicky. I go and get Primarina. Autumn had mentioned Clefable, had mentioned Slowbro, Slowking. Clefable and Bro both went off the board. I didn't really want to use King, so I just went back for Old Reliable and Primarina. Another special attacker. Fantastic special wall, so I've got quite a bit of bulk on this team with Polt. I will continue to die on my hill that Liquid Voice Hyper Voice is the better set over Torrent plus Surf. I will die on this hill. Primarina is a fantastic Scarfer, Spexer, Assault Vest user, Calm Mind setup sweeper. Again, especially defensive with Assault Vest. It can hit other bulky water types with its coverage in Energy Ball. It can hit poison types with Psychic. It has Ice Beam, Flip Turn for momentum. Basically everything but Heatran can pivot at this point, which is my type of play style. And it finishes off the FDS score, so I get to check that off the box. Then I take Tarakion. So, Autumn had said either get a Special Breaker plus a physical attack, plus get Mega Medi plus a Special Breaker, or get Tarakion plus a Special Breaker, or get a Special Breaker plus a Physical Breaker. Just one. I need both. I need breaking power early game so Pult can come in and clean up at the end of the game. So I went with Tarakion. I have never used Tarakion before. Well, no, I have, but I've not, I don't think I've finished that season. I think I had it for like 3 games. I've not been a big fan of the Swords of Justice. I hate Cobalion. Keldeo's okay. Virizion I've had some success with, and I think I've only had Tarakion once, and I don't even remember it, but Tarakion's going to break those dark types for Pult. While Tarakion does enjoy an item, getting knocked off trying to go after Pult is not terrible, because then it gives me the +1 attack stat. Fantastic Scarfer, good band user. Has Swords Dance Rock Polish for setup, Weakness Policy Rock Polish. Just a whole wide variety of sets. Again, putting pressure on Heatran to be the rocker, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So, gives me 108 speed, so now I've got another Mon above 100 besides Pult. Speaking of special breakers, so, I got a physical breaker, now I need a special breaker, because Prima's probably going to be more defensive in Autumn's mind anyways. I pick up Nidoking. Yes, I've been using Nidoking a lot lately, but Nidoking has had kind of a revival for me, and I finally figured out how to use it, and I'm enjoying using it because of the fact that it just monsters its way through teams. Fantastic with Sheer Force, great with Specs. Scarfed is a little It just doesn't have the damage output. If you have a Scarfed one, you're going to need hazards. It's going to clear Fairy types and Steel types for Pult, and just be and Grass types as well. It's just going to be fantastic on this team as far as just breaking the team so Dragonfold can finish up. Great move pool coverage because it's Gen 1. It's got Earth Power and Sludge Bomb and Wave for stab. Then it has Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Blizzard and Thunder if I want to, go risky. Shadow Ball, which is Sheer Force boosted. Physically, it gets all the elemental punches, plus Poison Jab, so it can be a physical attacker as well. It's a special wall breaker paired with Tarakion, which is exactly what Autumn told me I needed to do. So, we go with that. I pick up Umbreon because the next thing was I needed a true special wall. Because I have Heatran and Zapdos functioning kind of as physical, and Prima kind of as a special wall. But Umbreon now gives me flexibility in the fact that it can be both a physical and a special wall. Umbreon is really, really annoying. It's one of the annoying dark types that Dragonfold doesn't want to deal with, so getting it on my side is good. Does have the ability to be a very good supportive Cleric Mon, passing off Fat Wishes, Heal-Belling, Toxicking opposing things, synchronizing Toxics back. Just really, really annoying. My biggest concern is that it is really passive, and after Nidoking, everything that I've drafted picks 7 through 10, because I stopped at 10, I ran out of points, are all subject to be changed throughout the season because I don't like some of the passive and not so nice stuff here at the end of my draft. So we'll see what happens. But go with Superior next. Give me a second Cleric, giving me Defog finally, because Zapdos was the only hazard controller. It's anti-sticky webs because of Contrary, obviously. It gives me more... Serp has not been good since Gen 7. I will fully admit that 9 points might actually be pretty high for it. And maybe that's something we need to revisit in the tiers, is the 9-point Superior. But what it lacks in offensive prowess from losing, the ability to break through Steel types and Fire types and Ice types, it's become very annoying. And if you haven't seen me use it, then clearly you have no idea what I'm talking about. The fact that I can just spam Glare and paralyze the hell out of my opponent's team, it's going to help mitigate the speed tiers a little bit. Leech Seed being annoying, Taunt. I mean, Superior basically just runs the same moves every week. It's just dependent on what you want for a fourth move. You're always going to run Leaf Storm, you're always going to run Defog, and you're always going to run Glare. Then you're either going to run Knockoff, Taunt, Dragon Pulse, Aromatherapy, or Leech Seed as your fourth move. That's really all there is. It's pretty straightforward. It's not going to get a lot of kills. It's just here to support things when need be. When paralysis on everything is good. I take Avalug to give me another hazard remover with Spin this time. Also another very big physical defensive mon. Gives me Ice typing. I really want to try Hisuian Avalug. I hope in Gen 9 we can get that into home, so then we can have it in Nat decks. But 184 defense is just a massive defense stat. 117 physical attack. Give it boots, rapid spin, and sturdy. It's pretty good. Avalanche, body press as well, has recover. If I want to get cheeky with curse, body press. Does have access to Bulldoze and Earthquake for opposing fire types coming in. Jaraball for rock types trying to come in on me. Obviously, Ice Fang and all of that. Being able to recover, being able to be cheeky and roar if need be. Just doesn't really have anything for bulky waters, but it's Avalug. That's by design. So, and then to finish the draft out, I go for more hazard control and get a secondary Steel type. I pick up Fortress, and again, Umbreon Fortress, I'm really concerned about how passive that core is, so I might switch it up, but it gives me a Bug type, gives me a secondary Steel type. If Heatran just has an absolute terrible game and I'd rather have the hazards, I bring Fortress. Rapid Spin, I have everything but Sticky Webs. I have T-Spikes, Spikes, and Rocks, so that'll give me everything I need as far as if I really want to go a hazard stat game. Sturdy, obviously. Heatran and Fortress make a weird Steel core because Heatran Flash Fire is going to absorb for Fortress, which is really weird, and Fortress can kind of take ground hits for Heatran, so I don't know. It's weird. I had 7 points left. I was required to make them on. I had intentions of making transactions and then never made them. So we're just going to try Fortress right now and see how it goes, but again, Umbreon and Fortress, that 15 points might get used on two different mons. I don't know yet. I'm still eyeing the draft board. I'm still watching transactions to see, maybe if Rillaboom somehow gets dropped, and then I can circle back and get Hawlucha and just haha burr. I don't know. There's not really much out there. For dark types either that aren't super passive. So what else am I going to replace Umbreon with? I don't know. But we'll see. So let me know down below what you guys think of the team. Is this finally my return to playoffs in WWC? Let me know. I'll see you guys next time.